Hi, Monkey. Hello, Nina. How you doing? I'm doing all right. Pretty good, if you ask. No. You happy? Oh, never been so happy in all my life. Is there a reason for it? No. Reason need not interfere with happiness. It's just lucky to be here while it is here. I'm so happy you're happy. So am I. What a stroke for the books. Yes, a turn up, you mean? Stroke of luck. Stroke the books. Yes, you're welcome to. Get the dust off them. Think of the grinding. Do whatever the hell you want. You're in a library. It's a classic kinky scenario. Nina and Monkey are chewing the fat and shooting the shit till it's dead. I noticed there's a candle there. It looks like a witch has been here. Well, those candles are quite useful, actually. They are actually spell candles. Jesus, Nina, you didn't tell me you were into all that hocus pocus shit. No, I'm not really, but I do like those little candles. They go on for 90 minutes, which is a very good length of time to work. It's not too daunting. And you only work as long as the candle burns. Yes. And if you sort of look at the candle, when you take the candle out the box, and you tell the candle, oh, Jesus, there's nothing she doesn't stoop to. Well, I don't tell the candle. I just make a mental pact with the candle. What with the wax and the wick? What is wrong with you? That I'm going to work for as long as it burns, and I don't light it until I'm ready to sit down. There are pills for ADHD. No, Monkey, this is just like a relaxing and kind of, it's a thing I do sometimes. I should do it every day. Hardly ever does it. But they're witches' candle. Well, witches. What do you know about witches, actually? Probably quite a thing or two. I'd say that in the olden times you'd have been, flamed alive at the stake. You were going to say burnt. I couldn't run up to the closest in the way that I wanted to. I might have been burned at the stake. That's what happened to ventriloquists when they used to admit they were witches. They didn't admit. No one ever. I don't understand what. Well, I'm only going from the history you've read. I don't think they ever. Well, maybe they did admit they were witches. You said that they did. You said they used to go into houses and suck up spirits up their arse and into their stomachs and talk to them and rid the house of ill fairies. That's slightly what Ken Campbell taught me about, yeah. Yeah, but you never knew with Ken if his folklore was factual or if it was just interesting. And he didn't seem to really care. He didn't give a shit. Ken Campbell, who was my mentor and started me on the ventriloquist journey, she doesn't talk about him nearly enough. Well, talking about him plenty enough, actually. But his least favourite question was, is it true? That would really set him off. Yeah, is it true? He'd say, is it true? And he'd mock you with that, your boring little maggot question until you sort of frittered away an apology. Is it true? Is it true? Who cares? Well, now we do, don't we? In the age of truth. Well, it's not the age of truth. Fake news. Fake news, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, not anything truth. Well, wow, we go quite fast, don't we? And I lose the thread. You do. We were talking about candles. And we went from candles into what ventriloquists burnt at the stake. And then we went from that folklore to Ken Campbell and is it true? And now we've ended up on the topic of fake news, which is a dreary subject. God, what a dreary subject. I criticize the witches. Well, should we go back to the witches for a minute? So witches used to go into houses, apparently. Not witches, ventriloquists. Well, they were known at the time maybe as clairvoyants or something. They were sort of able to talk. So that's what the word ventriloquist comes from. Ventri, the stomach, loqui, to speak. Stomach speakers. And so what they would do would be they go into a house that was said to have spooks, and they would go and introduce the spooks into their stomach, talk to them, soothe them down, say, listen, we need to leave this house. I can't believe this shit. And then they would leave with them in their stomach and then go shitting out somewhere. They're after... Well, they don't actually in their monkey. I'm worried about it. I'm worried about what they digested. They're not even... The whole thing was probably a performance. No doubt about it. So, I mean, they didn't have to go and rid themselves, but maybe they would have to sort of get rid of the bad energy of having lied, maybe, or taken money for the job of de-ghosting a house. But is it true up the arse? Well, you just asked Ken's least favourite question. Gastromancy, which was an art that related to ventriloquism, was to do with something to do with sort of up suction of a spirit. Oh, Jesus, don't talk to me about up suction. Not while your hand is in my head and your wrist is in my neck and the rest. Let's never mind about where that is. Gastromancers. So the story goes, they were also a kind of form of clairvoyance, but apparently witches, whispers who speak and muster in the night or something. That is not a correct quotation. No, I think there might be. Anyway, ventriloquists, I think people were very suspicious of them. I mean, they must have been good if people were suspicious of them being witches. They must have been excellent ventriloquists if they were so convincing as to be considered witches, yeah. I mean, they weren't walking in with a sock pocket, were they? You wouldn't get any money for that. Imagine if you and I had to go into a house, Nina, and get rid of the ghosts. I mean, that would be a tough crowd. What would we do? Well, hello, how are you? What seems to be the problem here? Please tell us, what have you been feeling? And then what do they say? They say, like, oh, there's been a cold wind in the corridor. So then we go in, and I go, oh, yes, I feel the wind. Oh, dear. Yes, I think you're fucked. We must be off now. And I say, no, monkey, no, this is not a time for comedy. We have to do this. And I say, okay, your turn for the up suction. My portal is already full. My aperture is fully filled to the side. So, Nina, if you would be so good as to do a little up suction. And then I would guess I would get it in my stomach. Yeah, you missed a bit. I'm not doing that bit. And then say hello. So try it. Try saying hello to the scoop in your stomach. Okay, I'll try. Hello, is there anybody there? Don't look at me like that. Oh, shit. Don't look at me like that. You made me do it. Yeah, but other ventriloquists can do the distant voice much better than that. Well, I find it very difficult. Do it again. Is there anybody in there? Listen carefully. It's too loud. And stop making that noise with your nose. I'm sorry, I'm trying to laugh and not open my mouth at the same time. Go on, give it another go. Is there anybody in there? What's she angry about? You are quoting Shakespeare. The most foul. Holy shit. That's bullshit. You'll be burned at the stake in no time. I don't know how they did it, honestly. I don't know how they did it. And that was not from the stomach. I mean, obviously you can't make noise in your stomach. You've got no vocal cords in your stomach. Okay, calm down. I know, but I mean, belly speak. They must have been looking at their belly. I mean, that's the thing with ventriloquism. You've got to look at the thing as if it's talking. So I look at my coffee cup and I go, somebody spoke in the coffee cup. It needs work. What can I say? does. It needs a lot of work. Anyone who's listening or not watching, I'm really sorry about that. I'm very sorry about that, and I'm especially sorry about the nose noises. Anyway, so that led us on to the is it true question. So how do you feel about that? Is it true? Well, I like to know. Are you the kind of monkey that likes to know how a magic trick is done? I mean, I guess. I'm never that excited when I find out. Are you excited by the magic itself? No, I'm never that excited by the magic itself either. Aren't you like astonished when somebody produces a tiger out of thin air? No, I tend to worry about the animal welfare. Okay, well, human out of thin air. You're not excited about that? Well, I usually imagine there's a trapdoor somewhere. Yeah, but you can't see one. Doesn't it make your mind boggle and you go, wow, that's amazing? No, I kind of think, oh, there's a trick in there. Well, obviously there's a trick. No, but I mean, I don't know how to get excited when there's a trick. I think it's a bit shitty, quite honestly. Why? Well, it's like it's the art of I know something you don't know. I'm a clever one and you're a stupid one and I've got a trick that you don't know. It's a very, miserly response to magic. Brings a lot of people happiness. Not me. Nope. I'd like 6 whores and a whiskey. That's my idea of fun. You wouldn't know what to do with 6 whores and whiskey. Just let me have my drink. My eyes just fell on a book on your bookshelf. Which one? Drawing on the right side of the brain. I wish I'd done my hair better for this. Don't talk about your hair. I'm talking about this book. Yeah, there's a book over there, Drawing on the Right Side of Your Brain. What do you want to say about it? Well, is it true? Well, here we go. About the right-hand side and the left-hand side of the brain. Yes, the right-hand side and the left-hand side of the brain do have different departments. And so which side is the creative side? I can't remember. I'm curious if it's the right, since I'm on your right hand. No, I think it might be the... Well, if drawing on the right-hand side of the brain is what that book is called, I imagine it's the right one that's creative. Oh, shit. And the left side of your brain does the right hand. Yeah. So does that mean I'm coming from the less creative department? This is a glow. This is a new low. I think it's not necessarily connected that you're on my right hand, therefore where you speak from is the left-hand side. If they do indeed crisscross, I can't remember whether they do, I think they do. But you could be on the right, your brain could be on the right-hand side of my brain. Oh, I fucking hope so. And your movement, which I must say is a little underwhelming, could be from the left-hand side of my brain. Anyway, I did do that book once. Yeah, I remember you drew Einstein upside down and then turned it around, and it was rather convincing. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, actually. The right and the left. You know, I wish I could have met Oliver Sacks. I'd have been great friends with Oliver Sacks, the guy who wrote The Man Who Mistook His Wife for a Hat, the lady who mistook her right hand for a friend. He could have done a case study on you. I would have loved to meet Oliver Sacks too. It's a great autobiography. Absolutely loved that. Yeah, well. Yeah. Sad. It was sad. But I was actually thinking of something else. I remember right-hand side, left-hand side. It reminds me of something. Well, pray tell, what does it remind you of? Do you need me to cue you in the story, or just want to go ahead? I'm going to go ahead. When I was about 16... my mum got into this thing called like silver mind control or something. It sounds like a cult. It wasn't really. I mean, it was something that her sister had done as well in Scotland. And there was a guy who was working on, it was like a sort of self-help weekend, It was neuro-linguistic programming. I can't play dumb anymore. I know exactly what it was. So, yeah, neuro-linguistic programming, which is something, I'm sure people know about that anyway, NLP NLP for short. So, I mean, we're trying anything. This was years ago, decades ago, when you were 16. I mean, decades ago, long time ago. So this was a weekend that happened. The guy came around to our house, actually, and a lot of my parents' friends came around to do this. Yeah, they all collected in your dad's office. Right at the top of the house, this guy came around, and he was going to give us these tools, to help shape our lives. Oh, what a charlatan. Well, I think you might... No, I think this stuff works, actually, whatever you say. Yeah, you could take young Gunny and run with that shit. Running away with the Goonies. Anyway, what we did, which I like, actually, and I was remembering this the other day, was you build a house on the left bank of your brain. Why the left bank? Man, I've really got to look it up. I've got to look up whether it's the left that's creative or the right. Anyway, it's supposed to be on the left bank. Now I don't know whether it was a creative place to go. Can I just tell the story, Monkey? Right or left? It seems to be very important. No. What you do is you build a house in your mind. And what was yours like? Mine was glass. And I want to do this on you in a minute, Monkey. Oh, shit, I'm going through it. So don't take up my brain now, because I want it to be fresh, and I don't want you to think about what it's going to be now. Don't build your house yet. I'm trying not to. So don't think you're in charge of that. I know, but don't you dare think of your house yet. I'm telling you about my house yet. Tell me about yours. My house was glass. I crossed a river. That's supposed to be like crossing over into your deep imagination. And then you walk across fields, you feel the grass on your feet. Don't do it. Save it for the day when you actually do it. I'm going to do it on you in a minute. Yeah, don't tell me too much yet. And you go there. Okay, well, let's just do it on you. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to. Okay, so Monkey, close your eyes. Well, that's a non-starter. I could cover them with something. I'd rather not. Just mentally close them. Okay. It would be good to close them, because when I look at you, you're going to look very awake. Maybe in this drawer. No, don't use a wire. Well, that's all I've got. What if we wrap this old cable around your eyes? No, that's just not nice. It's not very nice. It's not nice, Nina. No, she's not nice to me. Anyone looking at this is going to feel really bad. All right, let's try this drawer. What's in this drawer? Oh, it's hard to find you something, Monkey. What's that? They're all cables. Can't I have like a soft ribbon? Can I have a velvet ribbon? Stickers. We'll put stickers on your eyes. Stickers? Yeah. Look, these stickers will do. And then that can be like your sleeping mask. Put one there, one there. Can you see? No, not very well. Okay, so now it's time to go to sleep, Monkey. Close your eyes. They fell off. They fell off. All right, we'll try these stickers. These are bigger ones. They won't fall off. Here, this one. Oh, Nina. I'm covering Monkey's eyes with old scratch and sniff stickers from the 70s. Are they really from the 70s? Yeah. I can't see out of one of them. Yeah, there's two. All right, can you see? No, can't see anything. Okay, so Monkey, just start to relax. Okay, and go into your mind's place on the left bank. There is a meadow. And I'm standing. Yeah, you don't need me. You're there. Oh, my own feet are in the grass. Your own feet are in the grass, and you're walking. Oh, and I'm trailing my fingertips on the edges of the grass, just like he did in Gladiator. Very good. You're there. Now start walking across this field. Oh, there's little hocking rabbits, and there's a deer chewing gently on the buttercups. I hope they're not poisonous. And you carry on. I walk, and picking up speed now. I'm running, my tail flying behind me as I approach the left bank house. Now, this is your house. What does it look like? Straight off the top of your head. It's trees. There are trees. A canopy of palm trees, fronds, is the roof. and there are hammocks everywhere, and large, nice-looking, gnarly bits of wood. There's a staircase made of shells. Oh, that sounds painful. No, I'm light with my step. And what's your bed like? Oh, it's like a large slung hammock. And there's statues of ladies with large tits everywhere, nice sort of gargoyle statues, you know, like the Fall of Rome, but surrounded by palm trees. Oh, I like it here. You're in your happy place. I'm in my happy place. Okay, so now there's also a room here with a TV and videos where you can watch any memory of your life. Oh, God, I could rerun all my horrible gigs. And you can also erase the bad memories and you can rewrite them with us. And you can come here anytime, Monkey, into this little video room on the left bank. Yes, I'm worried about how I'm going to plug in my TV because I've gone for a very jungle theme. The solar panel. Oh, yeah, okay, good. Solar powered. Okay, now this is the big one, Monkey, and I don't want you to think ahead until I ask you the question, which is difficult because you're in my mind. Yeah, keep it coming, say it. What's the question? You walk into a room and your 2 advisors are there. Who are your 2 advisors? Judi Dench and, shit, I can't think of the other one. Judi Dench, where's she sitting? She's sitting in a chair there. Judi Dench is knitting in a chair. Okay, so she's one advisor. Yeah, I go to her for advice. Now, do you want another one? It doesn't have to be a man, but you could have a man or whatever you want. Okay, hang on. The other advice, I have to go find him. He's not in here. We'll go seek him out. I have to go in the kitchen. Kitchen. Hello? Oh, fuck, it's Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig, yeah. I mean, it's not that bad, but I don't know why I couldn't have had Einstein. Daniel Craig's all right. You can change it to Einstein. No, you said the first thing that comes into my head, and I saw Daniel Craig opening the fridge and getting some eggs out. I think he's going to make an omelette. Well, talk to him. He might give you good advice. He's not particularly known for his funnies. Have a chat with Daniel Craig. Ask him something and see what he says to you. I asked him for an omelette and he said, do I want cheese? Well, you can carry on the conversation. It's just the kind of wisdom I built this entire house for. Well, you know, Daniel Craig has navigated quite a lot. You know, he's been James Bond. He knows about action. He's bisexual. He's like a fairly modern guy. Yeah, he's okay, I guess. Einstein discovered the theory of relativity. Yeah, listen, you're lucky to have Daniel Craig be your advisor. So you've always got Judy. Right, actors. Why the fuck did I choose actors? I could have chosen neuroscientists, physicists, anything. Politicians. You got actors. So do you want to stay there now? I'll come back later. See you, Daniel. See you, Judy. Okay, I'll take your eye mask off. Well, that was kind of interesting. Yeah, that was kind of interesting. Now I want to know who your 2 advisors were when you did this when you were 16. When I was 16, on the left bank, I made a house that was made of glass. It had a shower. Oh, shit, I forgot to go to a shower. And it had a shower on a cliff face, so I could shower by the ocean in the cliff. And my advisors, who were they? They were Boris Becker. Why the fuck did you choose him? I don't know. I guess I fancied him. He was winning Wimbledon at the time. He was a winner. Boris Becker making Daniel Craig come over like a genius all of a sudden. And the other one was my dad's agent at the time, who was not unlike Judi Dench, actually. Very similar choice was her name. Her name was Ros Chatto, and she was sort of a bit like the Queen, but like a sort of, naughtier version. She was quite outspoken. She was unshockable and quite posh, and sort of similar to Judy. And did you ever go and get advice from them? Once or twice I did go there, and it was meant to, like if you were freaked out at school or during exams or anything, you could go to the loo and close your eyes and go to the left bank. It's all very esoteric this week. You know what, with that and the candle, people are going to have to call an intervention on your mental health. So anything else you want to talk about? Well, I'm going to be very sad that Diane Keaton's not on Earth anymore. I liked Diane, and I liked Robert Redford. These are good ones, and they're dying like flies. Very sad. Do you want to do a Ouija board? No. Want to do the I Ching? I love the I Ching. Yeah, the I Ching's good shit. I don't know where the I Ching is. There's probably an app these days. I'm sure there is. Well, there we are, guys. And I hope that you can all go to the left bank of your own and design a lovely, lovely little place and a video room. And good luck with your advisors. You just got to go with who counts. And I wish you all the best. I hope you all get various Jane scones. Thanks for listening. And again, if you wish to view the video that we've just made, you can do that on our YouTube channel. To see the whole video, that's for members only. And you can support us on Buzzsprout or Patreon, I believe, Nina and Ronki's podcast. Thank you again so much for listening. And I hope to see some of you at the screenings of Sunlight this weekend. Yes, there's quite a few coming out. And I'll be at all the screenings doing Q&A with Shanoa. Well, over and out, guys. Nice talking to you. Bye-bye for now.